or they wanna hear about it through 4 to 5 different friends before they actually take the word of somebody who actually been on a radio show before,
right.
or who actually just heard it and was like, yo, this is fine. I'm like, yeah, I'm straight.
Right.
You wouldn't even play the song. They don't respect the hustler anymore. So the kid that's on the block trying to sell his CDs, and not only is he trying to sell, he has a boombox that's playing his music. So not only do you know what you're listening to, you know what you're buying at the end of the day. We don't respect that anymore.
You think that streaming has something to do with that, or that's always been a factor? Because I remember 5-6 years ago, you know, people were still selling units from their trunk. You know, they'll be on the street selling their CDs for $1. They some people still doing that now, even with the streaming. You think streaming kind of messed it up, or it just was ourselves?
I think streaming helps and it hinders. Because the person who don't know how to put their music on streaming networks and stuff like that, it's either you do or you don't. So of course they're gonna have a different outlet of them selling it on the street or giving it to their friends or going to events and handing them out. But I think streaming has also put a lot of people on the map.
Right.
A lot of people that you would have never came across. This SoundCloud rappers in itself. And I think it's a both positive and a negative if you have knowledge about it or even if you don't.
Yeah, that's good. I like talking about that, you know, like I just feel like it can't happen. It can happen. I just feel like the Denzel Currys of the world, I feel like they kind of like they bridging the gap a little bit, but there's a lot of people that's jealous. A lot of people that want that spotlight. But I'm like, you don't always have to be the person in the front. You know how many producers and stuff, how many people that work in the media, how many people that promote, agents and stuff that make so much money and still get well known because of the fact that, you manage that artist, so I trust you to develop this artist or, you know, discover this artist or whatnot.
Right.
It's crazy, but so we was talking about you at Excitement, right?
Yes. So I did that about a year by myself. Still the Say What show, the only online radio show promoting upcoming artists, no matter the talent. Then I left. I had a homegirl that I brought in as an intern, and I ended up going to the Great FM. We had a show called Battle of the Sexes with me and 3 other young ladies. That was really cool. That was from Wednesdays from 8 to 10 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. And that was pretty steady. We interviewed people like Frisk Cola, the Messengers Group, what is it? Niggers with the NWE, I believe it is, podcast.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They're crazy.
I'm trying to get them on my show.
They're crazy as hell. They're really cool though.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
My wife went to school in one of them, the bald headed one.
How old are they?
I think he only was like, I mean, she a year older than me, so maybe he 30, 31, because she like 28, so.
They're really cool. It really helped me when it came to co-hosting with other people.
Right.
It allowed me to, it helped me to do a lot of groundwork that I feel like I didn't have to do. But when you're interviewing people, one thing that I kind of had an issue with is running into the same questions. If I have a question I researched,
right, and
I asked the artist this week, I don't want my question being asked next week. You get me? So I feel like that was an issue. Just really being fair about, you know, the work that you put in and stuff, not stepping on really anybody's toes. I had DJ Yugmouth. DJ Yugmouth lit as hell. One thing I really do miss is our like dance breaks. We used to like dance to all day, counting shit all day. And just really connecting. Like I used to bring my friends out, and then it was that Loud Vapor Lounge over there by Miami-Dade, and it was just not only was it something to do, it was a vibe for other people to come out and enjoy. It's not like we was in a room with 2, 3, 4 people, it was more of, tell your friends to come out. We got drinks, we got hookah. It's just, and you come and give your opinion.
Right.
So I think that's another thing. We don't allow platforms. A lot of platforms don't allow for people to be able to express themselves.
Right.
So,
trust me, I had a lot of people come on my show. They express themselves. I was like, listen, it's whatever you want to express. I ain't that. One thing I always tell people is that I'm not the media personality that like get into the ratchet stuff.
Yeah.
Now if you bring it out, then we could get a little bit, ratchet. If you bring it up, if you invite me into the,
Right. I got 3 kids, 4 different baby daddies. I got locked up for 6 years. No. You ain't getting that from me. Trust me, not.
So after that, what else you did? Because I know you did the Way Different.
Yeah,
but it was something else before that, right? After Great FM.
No, I just did that for a minute. I was doing the Flex.
Yeah.
The Flex was like an open music showcase competition ran by a guy named Khalil Bohannon and friends. And that was great. That was over in Coral Gables at the Open Stage Club.
Oh, yeah.
And I did that for a couple Sundays. I think it was Sundays out of the month. And that was nice. Met friends like Zorenzo, Sinetta, Zanaya Trills. And when it comes to really knowing people, doing stuff like that, honestly, it's really been like helping me get locally popping and stuff like that. I won't even say famous, because there's still a lot of people that don't know me. But just a familiar face rather than people walking past you as if they don't know you is better than anything.
So why not? Why have you ever thought about having like an agency?
Not really, because like we were speaking earlier, like pounding people just to come sit down with you and stuff like that has always been an issue down here. And I don't want to have to deal with it. Like I'd rather come up with my own podcast and talk about something that nobody else is talking about. But host, like even if I was, I feel like I could just put my efforts into something different. Right. Like I have a passion for hosting now, and I have my friends who tell me, like, I remember when you was scared to get on stage, how you was nervous, you was shaking, and now you can get on stage with your eyes closed and still captivate an entire crowd, regardless of what's going on around you or in your life. Like, I love that. I love helping people have a good time. I love spreading good vibes and stuff like that. And just sharing a platform with people who have a like-mindedness. And people preach the whole unity and women empowerment and brother empowerment, and then you get there and it's like, where's that same love you was preaching? Where that energy of, right. So I love it. And if I could, I would legit just be a host 50% of the time, and then do radio the other 50%. But I'm a flight attendant now, so
how's that? Because I know some flight attendants, but like, what's like the day-to-day, like, bless you. Thank you. What's like the day-to-day, like, duties as a flight attendant? Like?
So we check in. I work an hour early. We check all of our equipment just to make sure we're up to par with everything. So we have like our own iPads and badges and excuse me, thank you. Just little things we like requirements that we have to bring for each and every day. We get on the plane, we secure the plane before anybody gets on. Everybody gets on, we make sure everyone's like securely fastened, the rundown. We do our demos, telling everybody where the exits are, all the safety equipment they may need in case of an emergency, which is highly unlikely. And listen, I don't play, I can't swim. So like, I need to know everything. Right. And so we do this thing where you have to, in case of an emergency, right? You scope out certain people on the plane that you feel like can be of use in case of an emergency.
So y'all get trained for the...
Yeah, I had to go through a month of training, 4 weeks worth of training over by Fort Lauderdale Airport. Okay. Nothing easy. It's probably your program that you're going through at St. Thomas, but in 4 weeks. I want to cry. pride.
Yeah, because I heard about it. I heard, like, being a flight attendant, people think it's easy and stuff.
Yeah, you go in the air, you serve people cookies and free snacks and shit, and that's not it.
So
like, if anything happened, you looking at me to save your life. Like, our biggest plane has 228 people. Granted, that's not, to some people, that's not nothing compared to 737s and stuff that are, again, falling out the fucking sky left and right. But it's still a job that, like, you have to get government clearance. Like, it's that deep. You get fingerprinted for my job.
That's crazy.
So, I don't know. I hate how people think we're just, like, in-air waitresses. Your mama's an in-air waitress, okay? I ain't no damn in-air waitress.
Let me tell you something. I don't know how y'all do it because I'm scared of heights. Like, I remember the first flight I went on was on Spirit. And I tried to look out the window. I was like, no.
Don't do it.
but do they train y'all for that? Like, for, like, the height and everything? Like,
so if you have they kind of warn you in your interview what to expect. So if you're uncomfortable with flying, clearly that's not a job for you. If you're uncomfortable being over water, like, I have thalassophobia, fear of large bodies of water and the sea. So granted, like, my first time, I was like, oh, nah. But if you show that, you get me, you're automatically taken out of the running to become a flight attendant. If you can't get over the fact that it's water under you, before you even hit the water, if that was to happen, knock on wood, God forbid. I don't know what that exactly. How do you expect to save anybody's life? So that 4 weeks really taught me something about myself. We got CPR certified to administer oxygen for people. We're AED certified. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's worth it. Like, once you're over that first 4 weeks just of training, then you on a 6-month probation to where you're flying as a regular flight attendant, but you can't do nothing wrong. So it's nice.
And what have you been at so far? Like, I know you've been in a lot of places.
Puerto Rico, Kingston, Haiti, Guayaquil, Colombia, Cali is one of my favorite spots. Cali, Vegas, Denver, Seattle's really nice. I just recently did my first flight to Minnesota.
It was cold.
Yeah, it was nasty. Myrtle Beach has been one of my new favorites just for their food. They have a spot called Big Mike's Soul Food.
Up in Carolina, right? South Carolina? Yeah.
Amazing. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I just came back from Niagara Falls not too long ago. I did New York. So yeah, we have about 74, 75 destinations.
And do people make fun of your accent?
Accent?
Yeah. A Florida accent or a Miami accent?
No. So, funny thing about that, probably about 50% of the time when I get on the plane, I'll change my accent. So, sorry, I'll stop talking like this, and then people think I'm from North London or something like that. And I feel like when you talk regular to people, when they feel like you're a regular person, people don't pay attention to you. They don't feel like they got to do what you say. Especially on Spirit flights, I don't know what it is, but they have to comply with you. So a really easy way I figured to get people to really like understand me and do what I say when I need them to do is I change my accent. And like, they're so infatuated with my accent, they don't understand that you're still doing what I need you to do.
So you change your accent even in different cities like New Orleans, New York, California?
Depends on how I feel. On the flight going, not like when I'm on my layover. So sometimes I do the announcement in my accent and just like, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Spirit Flight 727 to New Orleans. So people are like, what the hell is going on? Like, but we're allowed to have that type of fun as long as we don't like offend anybody. So, like for Halloween, we did Thriller on the plane.
Oh, so y'all be doing all that?
Yeah, we're not a boring airline. Just because we don't have everything like everyone else, we're a low cost carrier. Yeah, because
you know a lot of people they say that like Spirit's like they used to have the stigma that Spirit's the hood of all of them. But when I went on it was nice to me.
Right. Where'd you sit?
I it was close to the front, but it wasn't.
Did you sit in the front two seats? The front two rows?
Not the.
Or the exit row?
Yeah.
Okay, so usually I tell people if you're over a certain height,
Nah, I still was uncomfortable. I'm like 6'1".
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're a certain height, or if you know you have